We hope that everyone will join us in praying for the young man who claimed to be Timothy Pitson.
A family fed false hope.
He's been doing stupid stuff for as long as I can remember.
In a stunning twist, police say the person claiming to be a boy who's been missing from Illinois for nearly 8 years is actually a man from Northeast Ohio.
They had to relive this all over again today.
Tonight at 11, we dig into the past of the man who forced that Illinois family to revisit the devastating disappearance of their little boy.
And we're learning tonight that man is a Medina native with an extensive criminal record.
Police say the imposter is 23-year-old Brian Michael Reaney, and this is not even the first time he's allegedly posed as somebody else. 5 on Your Side investigator Joe Paganakis is digging into Reaney's troubled past. So, Joe, any idea why he would do something like this?
Rob, even Reaney's family isn't sure why, telling News 5 they haven't spoken to him in years and that he's had a troubled past for quite some time.
It's like reliving that day all over again. And Timothy's father is devastated once again.
The family of Timothy Pitson grief-stricken once again. Their hopes that Timothy, who has been missing since 2011, was found, left extinguished after police announced the person claiming to be Timothy was actually 23-year-old Brian Michael Reaney of Medina.
I tell the family that I'm sorry for what he's done, but for him, I wouldn't even speak to him.
Reaney's brother Jonathan told News 5 he's not surprised his brother would cook up this terrible hoax, posing as Timothy Pitson. Pitson's case receiving national attention when the 6-year-old Illinois boy went missing after his mother took him to a hotel and took her own life. A note was all that remained, saying Timothy would never be found. Jonathan Reaney says this isn't the first time his brother has posed as someone else.
Once he started using my name for things he was doing, I have no compassion for him whatsoever. He used my name in a traffic stop in Norton and then skipped court, and I received a traffic warrant for it.
And Brian Michael Reaney with an extensive criminal background, serving time for burglary and vandalism for a break-in at a Brunswick Township home in 2017. His family also says he has a history of mental illness.
He was receiving treatment, but then he stopped and started getting in more trouble. Actually started going to, well, he was in juvie a lot when we were kids.
Meanwhile, the Pitson family says it's praying for Reaney and is still confident that one day Timothy will be found.
We know that you are out there somewhere, Tim, and we will never stop looking for you, praying for you, and loving you.
And Jonathan Reaney says he hopes his brother gets the mental help he needs, but at the same time, he hopes his brother will serve jail time for what he did to the Pitson family. Live in the Tech Center, I'm 5 on Your Side investigator Joe Paganakis.
All right, Joe, now this hoax all started when neighbors found a person who we now know as Brian Reaney stumbling through a neighborhood near Cincinnati Wednesday. The people who found him say he told them he had run for 2 hours and that his stomach hurt. They called 911. When authorities arrived, neighbors say he told police he was 14-year-old Timothy Pitson. He claimed he was being held against his will at a Red Roof Inn, but he told police he didn't know which one. The neighbors who thought they were helping him get to safety say their hearts go out to Pitson's family.
I really thought it was him.
Yeah.
And I prayed that it was going to be him. I didn't say that out loud, but I truly in my heart thought it was him.
Well, neighbors say Reaney told them he'd been kidnapped and that he had been traded between people for years. Still not clear how Reaney ended up in the Cincinnati area. You can see all of our reporting about this bizarre turn of events right from the moment the FBI started investigating this case to their announcement that it was all a hoax. It's all for you on our News 5 app.